Hey, what's up out there? Gabby wanted me to say a few things about some drama that went down with her the other day. I didn't really want to. You know, this is her channel. It's her life. Had nothing to do with me. But after what went down in Virginia over the weekend, I decided that I would do a PSA, story time, sometime in the 1970s. I had this friend, we'll call him OG. Love this brother. Looked up to him. He's the kind of dude, you look at him the wrong way, light your ass up. Step on his new cons, light your ass up. Talk about his mama, that's a double light up. You get the picture. I remember this one night. It was a snowy winter night. I remember like it was last night. You know, just a little backdrop. OG, he got caught up in some things. You know, he'd get caught up, he'd do his time. Boom, before you knew it, he was back out on the streets running things again. So, anyway, this one snowy winter night, I knew OG and the fellas were up to something. And I wanted in. You know, I was tired of being on the sideline, tired of being that youngin' who couldn't do anything. So I wanted in. And I told him, I said, hey, I don't know what you're into, but I want in. He grabbed me, pulled my little ass off the floor, pushed me up against the wall so we could be eye to eye. He said some things that I'm not gonna repeat here, but basically he said, you know, this ain't for you, this ain't the life for you, blah, 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 stay in school, la-di-da-di-da. Cool, whatever. I respected that. Plus I was young and I was afraid of him. So needless to say, I didn't go. Things didn't work out for OG and the fellas that night. Not in their favor. He got caught up again. Except this time, he would never see the outside of a prison until he was bagged and tagged. I know a lot of you folks out there watch Power. Hell, I watch it too, I like it. But you know what? Power's a television show. The people on Power, actors. Some good actors, some not so good, but actors. At the end of the day, they collect a check and they bounce. Know what's real? This. What we do is real. Our actions are real. So picture this. I come walking out of my house the other day, morning time, getting ready to do whatever I do in the morning before I start my work day. And my property's been vandalized. Puncture tires, keyed all over the place, black spray paint all up and down with a nice little smiley face in the hood, just for good measures. So we're all humans. You know, when something like that happens to us, you know, our human emotions take over. We're angry, we want vengeance. So I remember looking at this, right? And I thought of OG for the first time in a long time. And I actually laughed to myself. I said, could you imagine what would happen if OG had walked out of his crib and somebody had done that to his ride? That made me laugh. That made me laugh. It really did. It would not have been pretty. But I caught myself. You know, I'm not about that life. Ain't about to be about that life. So I called the police. Did my thing. And I actually want to say thank you to a lot of you folks out there. Been getting a lot of emails, texts, messages, whatever, support, you know, wishing her luck and this, that, and the other. That's not cool. That's not cool, people. You know, you get beef with somebody, handle it. To go to somebody's property where they sleep, where their babies sleep, and to vandalize. What if I was thirsty at that particular time, came down in my undies, no shirt on, looking all crazy? What if I came down and happened to see something out there? Guess what? Would not have worked out. Would not have worked out. I was sleeping. That's good for whoever did it. But the bottom line is they did it. Not cool. So my words to you people, handle your business like adults. Don't get innocent people involved, because you know what? You don't know what will trigger somebody to wild out. And it's a good thing, you know, I thought of my long lost friend. You know, ain't nobody want to end up like that over some BS. So that's it, folks. Be cool. Till next time.
Hey everybody, so I've been kind of going back and forth if I even wanted to do this story time, but I thought I have to do a story time on this. So if you follow me on Snap or Twitter, you guys know that on Thursday night, in the middle of the night, or should I say early Friday morning, 2 people vandalized the fuck out of my baby girl. She's all fucked up. I'm not gonna see her for a couple. I feel like in life, we're tested by certain people, certain things, to bring a side of ourselves out, because everyone can have an ugly side to them. No one's perfect. We've all had certain thoughts that aren't good. We've all probably wished something onto somebody, even though it's awful. And we've all been put into a situation, one way or another, that can really bring the ugly out of you. And I feel like if you can overcome not allowing yourself to become this ugly person, or become vindictive or malicious just because you want revenge, or to get back at somebody, or to hurt somebody like they hurt you, because hurt people hurt people. And if you can overcome your hurt and be better than the next person, then I really think you're winning. And I feel like this particular situation, which something that I worked really hard on, I'm a single mom. It took me forever to get my shit together. It took me a while to have a car I called my own, and I've wanted the Jeep forever. I remember it came out and I was like, I need to have that. I need to own that Jeep, and I got it. And to wake up in the morning and to see something that you work so hard on get demolished, have $6,000 worth of damage, almost to the point where it was totaled, can really test a person. And I thought, they want me to react in some kind of way in which I'm not going to react. The only reaction they'll ever get from this is me making this video. And I know that 50% of the people that watch this support me and love me, and then the other half are a bunch of people that hate me. And they're like, they'll watch it. They'll, even though they hate me, they'll sit there and watch my whole entire stories, and they'll chime in with their opinions, and they're like, oh, she's just doing this for attention. But you know what? If my voice can touch half of the people that view my shit, so they don't make the same mistakes I do, then I'm doing something right. Whether you guys think or can't see or understand that conception. And that's fine with me. Not everything has to be understood. Everything you do doesn't have to be understood by everybody. And I'm okay being misunderstood. I've always been okay being misunderstood. And I guess if I can be a voice to people that can't be heard, or if I can teach one girl that's watching this video not to fuck with a fuckboy, not to waste time on a fuckboy, then I want to upload these videos. I'm so sick of us women being the fucking victims. It's time to put a stop to these pieces of shits. Like, there's so many dudes in the world, and for some reason us as females are attracted to the dudes that do not treat us right. We're attracted to the chase. If we know there's another woman involved, we like the competition. We like to chase a dude that's acting like he don't want us, because that makes us want him more. And I'm here to tell you guys, it's not worth it. And this young female, she's doing all this shit for a dude who literally won't even claim her. He won't claim her, and he doesn't give a fuck about her. If he gave a fuck about her, I would have never happened in the first place. These story times wouldn't even exist. Yet she's here thinking she won some type of prized possession, when really you're losing. When you're in a room full of people, and 90% of the people from this area have probably seen these videos, you're gonna walk out of that room. If you're in the room with him and you walk out, they're all going to be laughing at you because you've become a joke. Just like he made a joke of me, just like he made me come out of pocket to pay my court fees, he has also made me a joke. So as much as you want to sit there and vandalize my shit, as much as you want to sit in your group of friends to hate on me and be mad at me for something I never did to you, I've never done anything to you, I don't even know you, over a dude who does not actually give a fuck about you, is something that I want my followers to learn not to do. So this is why this story is getting uploaded, because there's a million girls like her that are following me, that look up to me, and they're going to look at the dude they're fucking with and go, no, I'm all the fuck set. Like, it's not worth it. Not worth it. This is my 2 cents on everything. Number one, my message to my vandalizers is, it doesn't matter how much shit you try to do to me, it doesn't affect me. I'm in such a good spot in my life that fucking up something materialistic is never gonna faze me. My homegirl was over Thursday night and she ended up leaving hella late, like I think 1 a.m. And Marcellus was sleeping and I walked her out, I put the alarm on, and then around 1:30, Marcellus had woken up and he just would not go back to bed. So I was like fighting with Marcellus to go back to bed, and I heard Nala, because we have 2 dogs and one of the dogs always barks for anything, but at night she's like locked in the kitchen, which I don't know why we did that, because she's supposed to be like a watchdog, and she was like in the kitchen. I heard her barking, and I saw from my bedroom window that we have like a light that goes on if someone walks into the driveway around 2, maybe it was 2 in the morning. It had to have been way after 1:30, because that's when Marcellus woke up and I was like really fighting with him. So I was up. I didn't even think to look outside, because I was like, it's probably freaking, I don't know. I just didn't even think of it. So we finally fell asleep, like dead ass. I was up the whole time. Like, I didn't get Marcellus to sleep till like 3 a.m. and then around 7 in the morning, 7:30, my dad was bringing my mom to work, and I heard my dad go, well, you should go tell Gabby. You should go tell Gabby. So I was like half asleep and I'm like, tell me what? So Marcellus was still knocked. So I went down the stairs all looking all crazy, and my mom's like, well, someone fucked up your car. And I said, what you mean? Someone fucked up my car. And I go outside, and like, as I'm walking down the stairs, I saw black paint on the car, and I was just like, oh really? Like, we're in middle school now. This is some shit like a 17, 18-year-old plans with their friends to someone they don't like. So I'm like, this is the most immature thing. And what got me is they popped the tires opposite towards the house. They did it like towards my dad's car, and they put a smiley face on the hood. And I was just thinking, here's my thing. I don't have beef with anybody. I literally don't have issues with a single soul. I barely have any friends. I keep to myself, and I barely have time for myself because I'm with my kid, dealing with my kid, or being a mom fucking 24/7. So honestly, I don't have issues with anyone. I don't have fucking friends. I can count my friends on one fucking hand, and no one knows where the fuck I live, okay? Not a single soul, because no one comes through here. The only people that have been in my house in the past year is my family members, my girls, and this fuckboy. And then let's rewind for a second. 2 weeks ago, the day I dropped my first video, which I'll link in my description box if you're new to my channel and haven't caught with the drama. The day I dropped the video, I had gone to Fridays and to meet Victor to tell him some news I had to give him pertaining our child. And I didn't bring Marcellus this time around because I didn't know how Victor was gonna handle the situation. I just didn't know what was gonna go on. So to be cautious, I said, let's meet without Marcellus and I'll just bring him the mac and cheese home because my son loves the mac and cheese at Fridays. So this bitch D that I mentioned in that video, okay, she works at Fridays. So I didn't even peep her because I've been to Fridays a bunch of times on a Thursday and she wasn't there. So I personally didn't think she was gonna be there. So I'm sitting there with Victor. We're civil, things went smoothly. He's telling me stuff that's gone on in his life because at this point we hadn't seen each other in months. And then we're waiting for our food to go. So our food to go and our check comes, and this little bitch comes up to my table. Bitch ain't even my motherfucking server. Squats down with her fucking 7-foot ass, cause she's tall as fuck. And she's like, if I wasn't working, I'd drag you, bitch. And I'm looking at her like, really? At your job? Mind you, there's mad families around, it's busy as fuck, and she's talking loud. So I'm looking at her like, one, you don't scare me. Two, if you're going to threaten me, do something, then be about it. Take your fucking 15-minute break and fight me. But please be clear on why you're fighting me, because if you're fighting me because I dropped a video on how you were getting cheated on, just like I was getting cheated on, then I want to know why you're mad at me for. Like, why are you mad at me? Please tell me. Dime. Dime. Victor looks at her. He's like, you trying to lose your job today? And she's like, this bitch, this bitch, this bitch, calling me bitch over and over and over again, hella loud because she's ghetto as fuck. So I'm looking at her and I'm like, the name's Gabby. So she looks at me after I said that and she's like, bitch. And I'm like, Gabby. So she's like, bitch. I'm like, it's G-A-B-I, Gabby. And at this point my leg's shaking. I'm like, yo, I want us to smack her the fuck up. But I'm like, what's the point? Why am I gonna fight this dumbass bitch for? Like, she's mad, she's really fucking mad and ready to fight me over this fucking herb. No, not happening. It's never happening. I would never in a million years, and I repeat, in a million years, throw down for that loser, because that's what he is, a fucking loser. So I look at her as she's like making a scene at her fucking job. I'm like, yo, this bitch is really ready to lose her job over my YouTube video. So I must have touched the fucking nerve. Yet you're still gonna fuck with a dude. So why are you mad for? Because you're still gonna be out here looking hella fucking stupid. So I look at her and I'm like, why are you mad at me though? You're mad at the wrong person. And she's like, you have no right to be here. You had no right to put me in the video. I'm like, listen, D, I didn't even use your actual government name. So I'm sorry if people in the local vicinity know you, but the 48,000 people that follow my YouTube channel, probably only 100 know who the fuck you are and put 2 and 2 together. So it sounds like a fucking personal problem, doesn't it? So Victor looks at her again and says, is it worth it? You trying to lose your job? So she gets up with her tall fucking ass and she's like walking away, finally. I'm like, oh my God, bitch, wouldn't shut the fuck up. So she's like, don't catch me outside of here, don't catch me outside. So I look at her real simple and I was like, I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing or who the fuck you think I am, but I'm not scared of you at all. And you'll never see me. You're a fucking child and we don't run in the same circles. The only thing we were running the same was the same dick. So please tell me where we're gonna see each other. Anyways, that happened 2 weeks ago, okay? Threatening me up and down, up and down, up and down over, I don't know what, a dude that you think's loyal to you. You know what's funny? When he was fucking with me, he was fucking with her and his ex Jackie. And once Jackie got with a new man and said, this motherfucker is whack, dropped him. Then I dropped him. Well, he kind of dropped me because he was getting back with her, whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. When I was no longer in the picture, then that's when he wants to actually give you the time of day and actually act like you're something to him when he has absolutely no one else. But once there's someone else, you're going to become irrelevant, just like you've been irrelevant this whole entire time. Just so you know. And second, when my first original video dropped, his two exes, one from Florida, which I didn't introduce in my last story, and his ex Jackie had hit me up. And Jackie basically told me that the day he filed papers in court, he had sent her a picture, and she was like, she basically told me that he's a fucking bitch for doing that in the first place, and that he's a grade 8 sociopath, and once court is done, I should drop kick him and act like, just move on, because he doesn't give a shit about anyone, not his family, not a single soul, not even himself. And this is the greatest thing that could possibly happen to me. And she was 1000% right. Literally 1000% right. Then his ex from Florida had hit me up and was like, I watched your story, can I text you? So we ended up texting, and she told me just so much stuff about this dude. And I was just like, wow, like, I can't even believe I ever thought he was a good person. I used to say, oh my God, I know you're a good guy. I know you're a good guy. He's so far from it. The chick from Florida ended up hitting me up, I think like a week and a half ago. And she goes, LOL, his boy hit me up on Snapchat with a picture of him. So she ended up hitting up his boy back, like, why are you sending me a picture of him? And he's like, I was like, that wasn't me. So she's like, who was it then? And he was like, you're smart, figure it out. So she goes, it looks like someone else took the picture though. And he was like, I took the picture for him and he took my phone to send it to you. So she sent it to me, like the conversation, and she was like, he's the biggest loser on the face of the planet. I don't know why he thinks I would ever give him the time of day again. And I was thinking to myself, oh, and the chick D really thinks he gives a fuck about her. He knows this chick's coming back for a wedding, and he's sending her snaps of himself from his boy's Snapchat, hoping she'll be interested to even remotely touch your disgusting ass again. Joke's on you though, because she wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. Dude, this chick tried to threaten me while this dude's sending selfies to his ex in Florida, hoping maybe it will spark some type of flame. But he loves you so much, right? He does. Why is he sending Jackie a picture of the stalking petition if he did it for you? What's he trying to prove to her? If he loves you so much, if he doesn't want anything to do with her either, please tell me. So that happened 2 weeks ago. So now rewind to court. So court, he did this whole fuss. He's out here telling everybody this bitch is crazy, she's fucking stalking me, blah 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 blah. And then it got dismissed literally in 6 minutes because the judge clearly knew he was full of fucking shit. So he had to take that L. He had to take that fucking L. And then all of a sudden, a week after court got dismissed, my car gets vandalized, $6,000 worth of damage. So please tell me, in your opinion, people, who do you think it is? Mind you, the cops come and there's like a fingerprint, there's like a smudge into the paint, looks like a fingerprint, but it's gonna be very unlikely that they can pull anything off of it. So at this point, there's nothing I can do about the vandalism because I don't have cameras outside my house. I'm just gonna have to take this L, but I'm not really taking an L because when it's a used car, I got it at 10,000 miles, and there was a couple nooks and crannies in the car from paint, little like a car door hitting it, and now my car's gonna be fresh to death with absolutely nothing on it. So technically, y'all just fucking made me winning. Now my car's gonna look like it's fresh out the fucking lot. So in essence, what did you guys really do? Sneak up into my crib in the middle of the night where me and my kid fucking sleep at to fucking vandalize my shit. It doesn't matter what anybody says. I don't have issues with the single soul. I don't even have issues with my own baby daddy. And the only person I was ever at war with, ever in life, is him. I don't have issues with anybody. I don't have issues with no girls. I have no issues with any, like literally a single soul I keep to myself. People don't know shit about me because I keep to myself. So the only two motherfucking people I have a single issue with, and I don't even have an issue with this bitch, I just think she's dumb as fucking doornails, that she's even, why would you even commit a fucking felony for some dude who won't even claim you? You're out here posting him up, fucking you're showing him like that's your man, and not once has he done the same for you. Once. He never claimed you when he was fucking with me. His ex from Florida called him. Why don't you ask him about this? Called him and she said, you're with D. His exact response to her was, who's that? Mind you, this was right after my video dropped. So please tell me why you would ever in your fucking life ever fuck with my shit for a dude who won't even fucking claim you. For a dude who only loves you right now because he doesn't have another fucking bitch. Fucking dumbass. Okay? I can't even be mad at you though, because at age, from 20 to 24, I was a pretty much fucking idiot. Like an idiot when it came to guys. When it came to the guy I was messing with, I probably would have done the same shit. He told me to jump. I was like, how high, baby? I already jump into the fucking sky. So I get it. You're young. He's a fucking grown-ass man. My opinion on all of this is it has to do with the two of you. So whether or not it was the two of you rolling up into my driveway and doing it yourself, I know it was the two of you orchestrating it. So I don't know whether you did it yourself and ride off into the sunset like Bonnie and the modern day Bonnie and fucking Clyde, or you were sitting out a late night snack and you got a text message saying, yo, it's done. I don't really know how it went down, but all I know is it has to do with the two of you. Again, I have no issues with a single fucking soul. I'm chilling. I'm literally fucking chilling. You guys fucked up a materialistic thing. I don't live for shit like that. I don't fucking care. I gotta fucking rent a car right now, a fucking Hyundai, and I don't give a fuck. I'm like in such a good spot that nothing's going to affect me. And the sad thing is, my dad had hit him up and was like, call me back, because obviously he didn't pick up. So he calls my dad back, okay? This is the icing on top of the cake. He calls my dad back and he's like, I had nothing to do with it and neither did this girl. So my dad was like, oh, it's funny because you just took her to court and this chick threatened my daughter 2 weeks ago. Now her shit's fucked up. So he's like, no, your daughter's been harassing me for 3 weeks. I caught her driving outside my apartment. Okay, number one, my dad didn't even give him a reaction. My dad was just like, okay, yeah, Number one, harassing you how? He's telling my dad, oh, people I haven't talked to in years are hitting me up about the videos she's posting. And it's not me harassing you. It's not my fucking problem if people want to hit you up and ask why you're such a fucknut. It's really not my problem. Two, so I haven't gone out. I literally haven't gone out since the beginning of June. So you're telling me I'm going to leave my kids sleeping in the middle of the fucking night to drive by your apartments? Number one, only place I know where you stay at is your parents' house. Number two, that's an apartment complex. So you really think I'm going to fucking drive by your apartment complex to see if your car's parked outside? And what? Drive away? After I see if your car's there, I'm gonna say, oh, I'm ready to go home now. I know he's home, so I'm gonna go home now. Why in the actual fuck would anyone do that? What do you get out of that? Nothing. But you really want to sit there and try to convince my dad I was doing that. When I tell my parents every time I leave the house where I'm going, especially if I'm leaving in the middle of the night. So I'm just gonna dipset, not tell my parents anything, to drive by an apartment building where I can't even see shit. Where I would see a dude I want nothing to do with. The thought of you is disgusting. The sight of you is even more disgusting. So please tell me what I would get out of driving by your crib. Please tell me. Please tell me. My dad knew he was lying because my dad knows when I leave the house and he knows I never leave the house. So my dad was like, So he's like, we didn't have anything to do with this. I told that girl, meaning D, that not to post anything, not to post anything, not to post anything. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you do. You control people. That's what you fucking do. So then my dad texted him a few hours later and was like, this is really disappointing. So he responds acting like the victim because all he knows how to do is act like the fucking victim. And he's like, yeah, she's on Snapchat saying, me and this girl effed up her car. Like, I'm so done with this. And then this whole entirety of the situation, I'm just fucking done. We had nothing to do with it. What the fuck? He's like, I'm sick of her. I've been harassed because of it. He keeps everything, Court, talking to my dad, he keeps bringing up my YouTube videos. So obviously my YouTubes are bothering your ego because you're an insecure little fuck and you don't want people to actually know how fucking grimy of a human being you are. That's not my fucking problem as you continue to try to fuck with me. So anyways, he ends it by saying, tell her she got what she wanted, she won. Tell me how I won. Tell me. I want to know. Oh, you know what? You're right. I did win. Because you're no longer in my fucking life. I did win because I dodged a bullet, wasting more time than the 6 months I wasted on you. I won because instead of falling for your fucking bullshit, I said, nah, motherfucker, fuck you. Yes, I won because instead of having my son not be around his father, I had him around you. And then I realized before it was too fucking late that you were just another fucking piece of shit that would be around my kid. So yes, I fucking won. I won. And guess what? Nobody is looking for you. No one's driving around your places so you can keep telling people that so they think I'm crazy. No one gives a fuck what you're doing in your fucking day-to-day life. No one gives a fuck if you have this bitch bent over to the fucking side with your dick in her fucking ear. No one gives a flying fuck because at the end of the day, it is not me. And I'm fucking winning because of that. That bitch is fucking losing. So keep going around with your sob story, acting like the motherfucking victim, because that's what you're fucking good at, you little fucking bitch, okay? But no one gives a flying fuck about you. No one gives a fuck about you. No one gives a fuck about your relations. No one gives a fuck if I ever see you in this lifetime again. And just so you guys know, my car was fucked up. And I don't care. That's such high school pathetic shit. Pathetic shit. And I got a phone call from one of his friends, okay? One of his friends that he thinks is his boy, saying that her friends are going around telling everybody it was her and him. And I'm just like, I don't really care if they ever get in trouble for it. I don't really care if no one gets caught for it. I just know that a car's gonna get fixed and it's gonna look even better than it did before. I'm continuing to move on with my life. So if y'all want to move on, I suggest you do that. Because I want nothing to do with either one of you. You know how irrelevant the two of you are to my life? Like, I don't understand. It took me no time, absolutely no time, to drop the father of my kid, okay? It took me longer than this, of course, yeah, it was years back and forth. But I dropped it like it was hot when I realized it wasn't good for me. And you think I'm going to lose sleep? You think my life's over because I don't have you anymore? Because you're with this dumb bitch? Let me tell you something before I end this video. I'm doing great. I'm doing absolutely wonderful now that you're not in my life, okay? I've moved on. Number 3, I'm only making this video because I can't believe my stuff was touched, because I would never, ever touch someone's property or something that I know they worked hard for. That's just not who I am. Like, I'm 29. Like, who has the time to roll up in the middle of the night, probably dressed in all black, freaking doing shiesty shit? Like, it's so petty and immature to me. I can't even wrap my head around it. I almost want to pray for you guys. I feel like that would be better. I feel like praying for you guys would be better. That's just where I'm at right now. I don't even have an ounce. I'm not even mad. It's so crazy. I'm not even mad about it. It's just kind of like, wow, you guys are pathetic. Fucking pathetic. But this too shall fucking pass. Any bad shit that happens will fucking pass. And this is just another thing. This is just another thing that happened that was unfortunate. It's an unfortunate chain of events, but it's going to pass. And guess what? Guess who's gonna be on the upside of things? I am. Guess who's winning right now? I am. And guess who's still fucking happy even though you're trying to fuck with me? I am. So on that note, guys, I will see you guys in the next video, and hopefully I have no more story times dealing with this fuckery. See you guys next time.